I want to share with you a story that comes from my people. The Lakota people have this story, and I want to share it with you. Ehani, a long time ago, in this village, this encampment by the river, out in the plains, a group of Lakota people lived there. One day, two warriors went out to scout for food. They went out scouting to look for buffalo. As they were walking, they walked quite a ways from the village. As they were walking, they saw in the distance a figure. Now these are amongst the hills, the rolling hills. They saw a figure coming towards them. And the closer this figure got, they saw that it was a person. As this person got closer, they saw it was a woman. A beautiful Indian woman with long black flowing hair, dressed in a white buckskin. She approached them, and one of the men had terrible, terrible thoughts about her. And the other man knew what he was thinking, so he said, "Yeah, echushniel, le wiyan ke wakhan, eche we look jagdishni." Stop those thoughts. Take these thoughts out of your mind. This is a holy woman. Immediately, a cloud came over this man that had unkind thoughts. And the cloud lasted for a while, and as it lifted up, there was a pile of bones on the ground, and the worms were crawling all around the bones. She turned to the other man and said, "I want you to go back to your people, and I want you to tell them of this incident, and I want you to have them prepare a place for me, for I am coming to your people. And when I come to your people, I am bringing a gift to present to your people." So she left, and he turned around, and he went back towards his village. When he came back to his village, he told of what had happened, why the other warrior did not return. And so immediately they started to prepare a lodge for her. A teepee about as big as this patio. They had erected it for her. She wanted it a certain way. And on the day that she said she was coming, they were ready for her. And she was coming, she was walking, and so they made a way for her. As she came into the village, and went into the teepee, she brought a bundle. And as they sat down, she started talking to them, and she opened up the bundle, the gift that she said she was going to bring. And she brought a pipe. She brought the people a pipe. And this pipe you are to use in ceremonies. This pipe you are to use when making prayers. As you put the tobacco in the bowl, and as you light it and smoke it, the smoke will encircle itself up towards the heavens. The smoke will carry the messages that you are sending to Tunkashila, grandfather, God. And that is how you are going to use it. And I also will leave with you 7 rites. 7 rites that you will use with your people for generations to come. For your Lakota nation will be a thriving nation in the future. You will use these rites when the time is right. And you must use it with honor and respect. For Tunkashila sent these to you. So she took the pipe and she gave it to a certain person. And this certain person held on to it. And he passed it on to the next generation. And that generation passed it on. They kept passing it on. And today, we still have that pipe. In Greengrass, South Dakota, Orville Looking Horse is the keeper of the pipe of the Lakota nation. And we don't see it. Only he can see it. So with those instructions, she left, and they watched her. And as she turned and walked away, she turned into this big, nice, beautiful white buffalo. And this story is White Buffalo Calf. Tunkashila God sent us his only begotten Son, Jesus. Jesus came as a servant to teach others about love, compassion, healing, and praying. To serve, not to be served. As Jesus makes his triumphal entry on this Palm Sunday, let us remember his journey as we prepare for the Holy Week, keeping in mind the sacrifice he made for us by showing us his love and compassion. May we thank God for these gifts, rights, and commandments he imparts to us for sharing in many stories. Christ Ktepi, Christ Gini, Christ Akeuk